Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well and hope you guys have been getting super awesome kingdom fingers. Um figures because I have. This isn't really Beast Wars, but it's in the Kingdom line. Whatever. So anyways, I have the first issue of Beast Wars. And real quick I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be talking about the comic. I only read the first part of it, so I haven't read the thing all the way through. From what I read, it's really good. There's a lot of news sources, geek news sources, out there that are like, it's not the beast, blah blah blah, negative context, negative context. Yes, we do have a few characters that weren't in the original Beast Wars, and I thought this was going to be like a prequel to the original Beast Wars. So, for my mental sake, the new characters in here, like the Bat Girl, Nyx, whatever her name is. I think it's girl. I don't know. It's been a few days since I read these. I'm just gonna say whatever. It's gonna be an excuse to put out maybe new generation select toys. I don't know. I like the new character so far, but I'm ignoring it basically. I'm ignoring it because I like my lore, and this is just fantastic prequel to Beast Wars. It really is so far. Like I said, I haven't read the whole thing. I am going to be flipping through it, showing off the art, the pages. If you want to kind of, read what's on the screen quick, feel free to pause, all that stuff, and follow along. If you haven't got it, I got two variants. The comic store I have in town's like, you have to have so many people buy them to get all the variants. And I'm like, that's dumb. I will buy all the variants. So I was only able to get these two. This one's great. I mean, I like it. It's cool. But with the old school Beast Wars logo where it says 25 years right there and just Optimus Megatron, it's perfect for me. Also, um, do not be okay. So the price is it's like $1 or two more than most of the other Transformers comics. Just because it is a thick comic. Okay, so anyways, we're going to start on what freaked me out as a kid with the Tripredacus Council talking. And it's really cool to see this. Now, remember how there was like that BotCon or whatever, like prequel short that was made? I can't remember if it was official or unofficial. And there's like Cryotech in it. Um, I don't think he's in the comic. Well, in this issue, anyways. But it's really cool because Megatron is talking to Triperdicus Council about his plans, right? And what did I say here? Um, it wouldn't be easy to access. He's like, you misunderstand me. I'm not asking. Or I don't intend to ask for it. So what they're talking about is the Golden Disc. Now, I don't know what timeline this takes place in. It obviously takes place like after what was the last like G1 cartoon in Japan? Like it was Zone or something. So this takes place, I don't know when Maximals and Predacons came about, like this generation of Cybertronians. I can't remember if it's like thousands, hundreds, or millions of years later after the Great War. But here we see Terrasaw, um, which he looks kind of cool. They kind of have the Transformers animated art style, which I'm digging for this. It's fun. And here we got Dinobot with his like ridiculously big arm blades, and he looks pretty awesome. There's Scorponok, and there's the dead person, the dead robot. So I like this because it's so way into the future. If you're watching this and you're pausing to read along, you're gonna know. So it's not like it's a spoiler, but like I said, I'm gonna talk about it. So just in case they're like, you can't show comics because that's like showing a show and there's copyright or something. So I'm gonna be talking. Almost all their ships have transwarp drives, and I guess it seems like it's a well-known fact. And there's Tarantulas, and he's like, you know, he's the spawn of Unicron, so he's kind of like, haha, destruction. It's in his blood. They redid. I can't remember. I remember the Maximal ship was Axelon. I don't remember what the Predacon ship was, but they kind of re-imaged it, which looks fine. Um, isn't it the Moon Unicron 8? But wait a second, wasn't that Moon and Beast Machines? Huh, I'm gonna have to like look into that. I love this. No incidents in 14,207 cycles, which I'm thinking is days. And they're like, screw that. You have an incident now. More Tripredacus Council, which flipped me out when I was a kid. Like I said, I was like, oh my god, who are these guys? They don't have beast modes. They look really awesome. And like when I was a kid, when the show first aired, I was little itty bitty boy. I was like, are these the Quintessons? And they separated because they kind of had like a Quintesson feel to them. But you know, now that I'm older, it's not the Quintessons. Um, I oh yeah, I like this. You misunderstood me. I'm not asking for your permission either. I've already done it. And okay, so remember in Beast Wars, he says when he's walking or flying or whatever through the arc, and he's like, "For my name's sake." Well, get this. So his name, before he proclaimed to take the name Megatron, it is Galavar. Galavar, which has a Galvatron-y ring to it. So don't know if that was like his maker name, his like pretty much birth name, or he was named or named himself, or I can't remember how Transformers naturally get their names. Um, but was he named after Galvatron, basically? Um, and here we go. So we find out his name's Galavar, and now he says, "Next time we meet, you'll thank me, and then you will soon bow." Hold on a second. Blah blah blah. Blah. Does he say it? Oh yeah, there it is. It was in the last page. Galavar. Um, that name no longer suits me, counselor. I have evolved. From now on, I only answer to the name Megatron. So that's awesome. So meanwhile, on the Axelon, is that the Axelon? Yeah. So Axelon kind of also looks like a shoebox, but whatever. It fits. Everyone's spiky in this. So it wouldn't really make a bunch of sense to make round things, I guess. So like even the roundest, which Rhinox was pretty. That's a loud car. Rhinox is pretty round. He's pretty sharp. So you know they're training, having fun, joking, and I love that. Even though these probably may or may not be, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Be the original like concept designs, or I would have really loved to seen back in the 80s because or 80s Jesus, 90s. I've ever since that episode where the Quantum Surge hit that Predacon outpost where the Tripredacus Council was, and we actually seen Cybertronians for the first time since G1. I always wondered, and then of course I finally seen like the first episode where you kind of see them like in the shadows without their beast modes, and I always wondered what they always look like. So I'm just gonna assume for the time being, unless someone knows where I could find like concept art of what they were without their beast modes look like, I'm gonna assume that this was about the line they looked about. And okay, so I remember there's like a maximal Ironhide, and that is Ironhide, and I don't know, I can't remember if Ironhide died in the 86 movie. I think he did, or he wasn't around, or yeah, no, he died on the no, yeah, no, yeah, he died, didn't he? Yeah, so this is Maximal Ironhide. I was like, is this Ironhide rebuilt because Ravage, um, that logic. And we got all this like Transformers animated kind of art style to it, which I'm not complaining. It's very good. I like it. It's very enjoyable, and like I said before, I like lore. I get a lot. Like it's just I'm like this is what we didn't know, or this is what we assumed, or this is what we assumed wrong about the show we absolutely love, and the backstory and all that kind of stuff. So there's the new Maximal crewmate, which I could see dying in like the first couple issues, but that's just my opinion. Unless they plan on keeping these new characters because it's a totally new continuity, but it's not. So, like I said, um, if you want to read this, more than welcome to pause it when I hold them up so you can read it. That'd be great. It's probably best if you watch this. Well, not for hearing me's sake, but for the sake of actually getting a good glimpse at it. I'll probably pause it on the TV or whatever. Here we go. The Oxalon and the Predacon ship fighting. And oh, I love this. They won't be a problem. Trenchless says, "They won't be a problem much longer. I've unlocked the transwarp drive. We can enter unspace at any time, but unless you have a destination in mind, it could be disastrous. I'm transferring you the proper chronal spatial coordinates to your station now." I wonder if you can say that 10 times fast. And Trenchless is like, "Those coordinates seem familiar somehow. Where are we going?" So, of course, they seem familiar, especially the spawn of Unicron to our destination, naturally. God, I would love if, like, Gary Chalk and David Kay got together and did a little voiceover. Heck, get Scott McNeil and, oh gosh, I can't remember Rhinox's voice actor. He's just been in, like, the geek circle. His daughter or his granddaughter got him on TikTok doing some voices and stuff, so that was pretty cool. I would love for the old cast to get together and maybe someone could do this Batbot's voice. Scott McNeil, probably. He has a bunch of voices. That would be cool. But if it's a girl, we need a girl. Unless there's a guy that could do a good girl impression, which I've seen a lot of voice actors that can do that. And I'm like, holy crap, how do you actually do that? So, the Maximals followed the Predacons into transwarp space. That's what inside transwarp space looks like. Megatron. Impressive. Few pilots can pull a ship through such a maneuver. Well, of course, it's the good guys. They can. I can't know who that is right there. Is that Scorponok? That's not Scorponok. I don't know. Sorry, I had to itch my nose. Let's see. Fire as much as you like. I could just hear their voices in my head. I grew up with Beast Wars and growing up in the 90s with Beast Wars, if you liked a TV show, you would tape it. You get a blank tape, pop in a VCR, and record the show, and boom, there you have it. You didn't have to buy the tape or DVD, and there was very few tapes of Beast Wars out, so I'm glad I taped them all when I was a little kid. Okay, and here's some guy right here. Okay, so it's Nyx. If I'm reading that right, Nyx is the bats. And there's some guy, and he's like, oh, and hold on just a second. Anyways, and here's this guy. He's like, and a crash will surely destroy the protoform pods, killing the sparks they carry. I can't let that happen. So there we see them launching that into space. I don't know if that's like some like random medic bot that was supposed to watch the protoforms. And as we know, I don't know how deep these comics will go. I don't know how long it'll run. As we know, somewhere in that line is, oh, damn. No, never mind. I didn't even see that. I'm like, deep in this line, Protoform X is there. And then, well, so we know we will see Rampage right there. Right there. It's right there. So, there's ships crashing. Ships crashing. Gosh, this is a long freaking comic. Oh my gosh. What? So, I'm trying to go as fast as I can. I'm sorry. So it's funny. See a Maximal ship, and then, the Predacon ship's already doing repairs, and of course we see Waspinator getting put back together. talking about how crazy the energon levels are and they need shells, so they scan the area for beast modes. We see all the beast modes. There's a fish? Walrus thing? That's gonna be interesting. A turtle? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Okie dokie. Wait a second. Oh, look at that. Wait a second. Look at that. Oh, okay, no. Okay. Whatever. I'm just thinking about the skeleton bots, but as we remember, Megatron got his beast mode from a scanned T-Rex fossil. So, here we got some cute little animals. And it looks like they're like to scale to size, because Rat Trap looks friggin' tiny. It's funny. I have wings. Well, at least someone's happy. Of course, that's Rat Trap. I don't feel any different, but this fur looks so real. Right on. Computer, was this necessary? Fabricated techno-organic material of alt form matches natural organics on a molecular level. Crew has been upgraded. Okay, cool. That is neat. Let's see, there's Tarantulas looking pretty awesome.